Charged up. Oh, we got it?
I gave you.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Dude, we always fuck up the intro every single time. Babe, I need a verbal. I just need a 3, 2, 1. Like, no idea every single time. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Guardian Report. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We got a great episode lined up. Lots of great topics. What's going on, Dutch? How we doing?
Chilling, man. Chilling. I'm a little tired. We grinded some trials last night.
Grinded.
And stayed up till like 4 a.m, but it was all worth it.
Was it?
Practice, baby, practice.
Was it though? Like, it didn't feel worth it to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we went flawless on Friday, trying to get that confidence card. I've got the confidence. Yeah. We just ain't got the card.
We were playing some crazy kids last night. That was the highest. That one kid was the highest flawless runs I've ever seen in a match that we played.
Dude, we beat some kids that had like 100, 120, 50,
120
60s.
flawless runs. Beat them.
Yeah.
Smacked them down like a dog in the street. All right.
We also lost to some kids who had never been flawless before, so I don't know.
Yep. All right. Some good old rats. Some sewer rats. All right. Just fishing out the rats, as we like to say. You dig?
Yep.
Very cool, Dutch. Well, you want to get us started? Say what's up in the chat.
Yeah. What's up, everybody out there? We got Captain Sano. We got Ghost out there. Everybody else who is out there watching, give us a
shout
out.
What's up in the chat? Hit us up. We want to know that you're out there. We want to know you're engaged. We want to give you some love on the feed, okay?
We want you to hop on the wagon so we can ride it to success.
What? It's cutting? This mic sucks. I'm getting a new one. All right. Anyway, let's get right into it. Dutch, start us out.
All right. So our first topic is Seraph Tower. We did get the almighty title. We did have to do the heroic Seraph Tower.
Yep.
The question is, should all patrol areas be 6-man fire teams? It did take us a while to get a group together because, well, frankly, there was nobody there. We were in there trying to 3-man the heroic, which is impossible.
Yep.
I'd like to see a little bit of change to that. Like, if you're gonna make an activity that hard, maybe there should be matchmaking. Maybe you should be able to bring 6 people in. Like, to just expect to find good random people in there to help you out it's kind of ludicrous.
Yeah, no, I agree. Completely. Lauren, do we have a clock? Is the clock running? Is my fucking thing lagging?
There it goes. Yeah, it's running. It's running.
I don't know. It's lagged. Okay. Anyway, I completely agree. We actually found like a pretty good group. They had a group of 3, and we got in there and we were just waiting for like one other person to join. We had some other people in the party. So, we were going to do the typical, how you like invite people to your party and then get them to invite your friends. And that's how you can kind of get like a 9-stack going, like how they used to do in EP. But we couldn't even, when we had 2 groups of 3, we sat there for like 30 minutes and no one else joined the server. So I think, but then we think that it caps out and it won't matchmake a zone anymore once you've hit 6. Because then I backed out. I just left the party, and then kids started spawning there. So
yeah, and then we were invited them to the party.
Joined back in, got our people in, and got to 9. So if you guys are ever trying to do that, and you guys already have like 3 stacks, someone needs to leave and just go to orbit until you guys get someone in, and then as you're inviting in your homies to their party, you can invite yourself back. Major key.
Yeah. But it's kind of weird too, because if people haven't hit the powerful cap yet of 1,000, I don't know how many people out there haven't. And you need to do that heroic event, or if you need to do that Seraph Towers for your weekly, like you can't even complete it. Like you can't just go in and complete it. There's not enough people there. So, yeah. Making it match made, I think is a good idea. Or like if you just rock your 6 squad in a patrol area, I think that would be a good idea too. It doesn't break the game, right? Like you can solo lost sector. So if there's 6 of you in a lost sector, it's not going to get done any faster, right? So, and just the randomness of the blueberries, like, some of those kids suck.
Like, there are definitely some kids, like, if you just try and go in there random and do it with no communication, like, we still had a tough time. It was very challenging, I thought. I liked it a lot, But I
we have
just
9
wish
people?
I didn't have to spend so
We did.
much time trying to get a team together, like through random matchmaking to get it.
We spent more time trying to get a team together than it actually took to complete the event once we had 9 people.
Yeah, no, I completely
Because
agree.
we were trying it with 7 and we were like almost getting it. We were real close, but then once we got the 8th and the 9th, I think Ghost and Skills joined us, and then
Yeah,
I mean
we had the
just-
whole squad
we
in
took
there
it to
actually.
took it to
Yeah.
the house.
We had 8 of the 9 people by the end of it because the 2
Duke
people
joined
left.
in.
Yeah, the 2 people left. We had 8 of the 9 homies, so it was a good time. Hit a bunch of people up in Discord. If you guys aren't in there, definitely join. Say what's up. But yeah, I mean, 6-man would be dope. Let's see what people are saying.
We got Kendo in here. We got TFRD. What's up, man? What's up, guys? How y'all doing today?
The heroics nasty.
TFRD
6-man
said 6-man fire teams are so hard to find, especially all wanting to do the same thing. Yeah, I mean, true. Like we were in there and we got some people in the party and we were like, hey, you want to help us do this? And one of them was like, well, we already did it, but I guess we'll help you. And it's like, I mean, luckily those people wanted to help out, but
Yeah, no.
we got the title, so I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but it would make sense if you're going to put something in the game like that.
Yeah,
don't
and I
know.
just don't know what it is about, so I know we're out of time, but I don't know what it is about social zones that it's not 6-man anyway. Like, I know the only thing I can think of is lost sectors. Like, they could still make the heroic adventures and all of that stuff, like, 3-man match
3-man.
made. Like, you just couldn't, like, start the activity. But besides lost sectors, like public events and all that other stuff, the only other thing I could think was that they would want you to run into random teams where if you're going in with 6, you're not going to match make with people. But like, if you want to roll with your squad in there, then that's probably more fun than just running into random blueberries anyway. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to maybe see that go into 6-man. I've always thought it should be 6-man anyway. You got 6 in the tower, you got 6 anywhere else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Make it 6 across the board.
Was it
Easy
always 6 in the tower, or did it used to be 3? It used to be 3 in the tower, right?
No, it's always been 6. You've always been able to go there with your full raid team.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, let us know your guys' thoughts, and let's keep it rolling. Next thing, big topic for the week, Guardian Games. We got 2 more weeks of it. Dutch, why don't you kick it off? Tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah, so Guardian Games. I mean, how are we feeling about it? You know, so far, how do you feel? How you feel about it this week? Your first week of Guardian Games.
I don't know. Like, so everyone's seen it. The Titans just all of a, like day 1, Hunters right off the gate. No one was surprised. Beast mode, and then since then the Titans have just destroyed. And since then, there's been some controversy about the legitimacy of their winning through a specific clip that I know Chevy shared and a bunch of other streamers shared, just uploaded by a random person who saw a Titan just like spamming in medals like over and over. Like, no matter how many medals you have in your inventory, it slams them all on one punch for like, that's how it's supposed to work. But he was just punching and punching and punching, and it's like kind of weird. And then I just don't know like how all of a sudden out of nowhere they just started slaying it. Like, even the first day with the Hunters, they were like not at the top of the mass, like you know what I mean? You could go all the way to the top or somewhere. Like, the Titans are literally, they can't go any higher, and the Hunters are sinking to the bottom. The Warlocks are in the middle somehow. I don't really see how it works. And I wish we got numbers from Bungie, how they have done on other like community events, where they'd say like, you know, the one was like kill Hive and different things like that, and it was like, today you killed 100 million Hive. You need to kill 200 million more. Or like the Empyrean Foundation, where it's like you've done this many. I wish they released numbers as to like Titans completed 100,000 medals. Hunters only got 50. Like, I want to see the numbers and like how those banners are transponding into those locations. But
I'd also like to see how the Hunters are weighted. Like, I want to know, they said that Hunters were weighted because there's more Hunters, but I want to see the actual numbers on how it's weighted, because, I mean, look, it just doesn't seem like, if there's more Hunters out there than any other class, like they said, it doesn't seem like it. Like, it really doesn't seem like it, because yesterday you couldn't even see the Hunter emblem on the flag, how high it was raised. And I logged in this morning just to like pick up some bounties, so when we got on tonight to play, I was ready to go.
Yep.
And the Titans were already all the way at the top. Warlocks were like a third of the way, and Hunter's flag was barely even raised. Like, I don't understand.
Yesterday when I looked at it, I couldn't even see like the Hunter emblem. Like, it was like halfway cut off by like the box or the like wall at the bottom.
And another thing too, like, they did weight it against Hunters, but you have to think like a majority of the Hunter players play PvP, and PvP players don't give a fuck about Guardian games.
Yeah,
like, they just
they're not out there
don't. Like, let's be
ripping
realistic.
bounties.
Like, they're not picking up bounties for Guardian games.
They're
They don't
ripping trials.
care. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I said, I'd like to see some mechanics. And like I do the things I do like though. I really like how they brought back forges. They're making you play Gambit, which we talked about last week. What's the incentive to play Gambit? So there is some incentive to play Gambit there, which I really enjoy. I would like to see some Menagerie in there. Like I don't know why they didn't think Menagerie was a good thing. Mm-hmm. And why aren't we getting laurels from completing activities? It just seems like if I'm in Crucible, like how many laurels are you actually getting from playing in Crucible? You're really not getting that many. Like you get them for ability and super kills. So it would be cool to see, if we could get laurels just on completion of an activity. Maybe you get like 25
especially
laurels.
For things like Crucible where you're just not getting that many like straight up in the activity. If they would like weight that the other way and give like 50 at the end for like a win, you know what I mean? Or something like that to kind of combat it and make the like all the activities even. Be kind of cool.
So overall, before we go to the next subject, do you like Guardian games so far or do you not?
I mean, I personally don't because I'm not a big bounty guy where it comes to like if there's bounties to like use guns that I'm not going to use, I don't change my loadout to complete the bounties except for week 1 where I need to grind like experience. But like at this point in the season, like I could care less, and I'm definitely not like changing my subclass to like Arcstrider and changing off of the tree I like and using the one with like Arc Souls to like try and get Arc Soul kills in the Crucible. But so now I'm like not shooting my gun so that my Arc Soul can finish them. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna murder. Okay, that's it.
And in the chat, Kendo says they call it Guardian games, but where are the games, right? TFRD, Guardian Grind. There's no games. Like where is the games? You know, and
I would have liked to see like. Not to hate on it. Like I like that they did something, and I like the idea. And I don't really know. I was thinking about some other options. Maybe I know we're going way over time on this, but I was thinking about some other options. But like, what if they would have done like kills in Crucible one day, and that was like the Crucible day? You know what I mean? So like the classes just had to get like more kills than the other classes, and that was it. And then like the next day would be like Gambit, and it would be motes deposited, like one specific thing, like inside a Gambit. You know what I mean? And then the next day it'd be strikes and like just, I don't know, strikes completed. Like, you know what I mean? Almost like all the different modifiers they used to have in Clan Warfare for those people. I know we got some like Saint 14 viewers from the Tower community Discord channel. I know we got some old Renegade people or some current Renegade people watching. Like they used to have the Clan Warfare where it would be like specific modifiers and specific things you'd have to go for. Like if they just had a different one every day, I think that would be a lot better than just like endless bounties of like, that are unrelated to everyone else, what everyone else is doing. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just feel like I've already got bounties. I don't need to like just go complete bounties all day. Like, you know what I mean? That's my thought. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I like the concept. I haven't really played it enough to actually judge it. It does seem like it's more bounty oriented than actually like I've found most of my time. I just go to Escalation Protocol and I'm just in there like spawning wave 1, killing all the ads. Then I charge my super up, spawn wave 1, kill all the ads, and I'm just doing that on repeat, which is kind of like it's the fastest and most efficient way to do it, but it's also the most boring way to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Couldn't agree more. Well,
that being said, for our next topic.
Let me see just some thoughts real quick before we go. The bounties are whack as well. The fact that I have to get 10 kills with my throwing knife from long range, like what, LOL? Well, Thad, if you're trying to get that exotic loot, I do like the exotic though. That's the one thing I want to say. Like, I like that they tied an exotic to it where you have to complete the triumphs to unlock it. At least there is a reward incentive for doing it. Big fan of that.
And they're not just giving the exotic to everybody like they did like Ariana's Vow where they just.
So big fan of that. Great job. I think they hit the exotic and the reward right on the mark. But I just wish what I was doing to get to that exotic was a little more fulfilling. Use melee with grenade, no laurels drop. I don't know if anyone else has seen this. I don't know. I haven't really been looking out for it enough to really know. EP's the way to do them. Yep. All right, let's move on. A lot of time on that topic.
Right. So yeah,
rolling right in now.
That subject leads right into the next one. Faction rallies. Is this the right formula? Is Guardian Games the right formula to bring back faction rallies? Because I honestly think it is. If it was just 1 week of, this Guardian Games is 3 weeks of this. If they just compressed all of this shit into 1 week, and you got to pledge to a faction, and you're depositing your faction motes into a flag type system right there in the tower, I think that would be the best way to bring back faction rallies. You can get faction tokens for completing activities from, they could tweak it a little bit, obviously, to make it more activity-based rather than just using your supers and abilities. But I think if they were to compress that into 1 week, it'd be a great formula for faction rallies. Like, bring it back. Let us get some faction loot. Let us get those exotic marks, those exotic cloaks, the exotic bonds. Come on, give it to us, baby.
I like it. I do like the idea, like the general concept for a faction rally. I think it'd be great if you could pledge your allegiance to one and then have it the same thing. But once again, the bounties, not a fan. If they could do the same, like I like the week. I think 3 weeks gets a little long, and people care the first week, and I'd be very surprised if you see much swing or much talk about it this week. I don't think anyone's really. People have gotten their fill of Guardian games, and they're gonna grind out their exotic, but like. The hype on it's kind of over, you know what I mean? And especially by week 3, no one's going to be out there grinding them out trying to win the day, I think if it was a 1 week thing and you had this 1 week, everyone's got to commit to it, and it would feel like you were getting your reward much faster and it'd feel a little more urgent to get it done. So I like that idea.
And then you have something to look forward to, right? Like you played last week was Iron Banner, then this week is faction rallies, then next week is add something like like how we have Crimson Days, like a doubles where doubles is the week after, and you have a PvP event, a PvE event, a PvP event. Like give us 4 events. Like there's 4 weeks in a month. Like give us 4 different events, and that way also it's a dry. Like obviously people are talking about how there's a drought in PV or in story content and PvE content. I mean, I can always find shit to do because I'm grinding for titles, I'm playing trials, I'm doing, trying to get raid seals, shit like that, Grandmasters. But give us something for the lower end players to play too. It's a smart move on their part to just do that. And or just bring back the old way it was where you just pledge and then your person's always there and maybe you just pick up bounties every week and then you unlock guns. I mean, come on, just bring it back, give it to us.
And then I think like we just said, if they did it where one day was Crucible Day, one day was Gambit Day, one day was Strike Day, one day, you know what I mean? Whatever. Just make it during the week even. Have it go Monday to Friday and then how how they have trials just on the weekends. Just have it Monday through Friday once a week and just each day is a different thing and if you can play, cool and whatever, That'd be something to hold it over, I think.
Yeah.
But what are your guys' thoughts on that? We got a couple seconds left. Faction rallies could be good with the activity thing, just not the bounties all day, every day. Yep, completely agree. So hunters and warlocks are starting to lose interest since it seems unwinnable. It's not even close. I don't think that that's what it is. I mean, I think something's going on. There's no way that the Titans are winning this flat out like that. I don't believe it. I think
I feel like Titan is one of the least used classes in the game, and somehow they're managing to come out on top.
Someone said, I forget what it was. Someone said that you could check numbers somehow on Destiny Tracker. I don't want to put a ton of emphasis on this. There is a disclaimer, but they said that 100,000 Titans had made 600,000. 100,000 accounts had made 600,000 extra Titans this week alone.
People are deleting their Titan accounts and then creating a new Titan account and doing it, and then deleting their Titan accounts and creating a new one and then doing it again.
Which, over and over again. I guess that's commitment, but it seems sketch. You're deleting your characters to make. It seems like bot farming-ish. I don't know. It seems sketch. I don't know if I like it, and I'm excited to see the actual numbers from. I hope they release the numbers at the end of this. They should give us at least a weekly or something.
I'd like to see something in this week at Bungie where they actually say okay, this is what's going on, or is there some tomfoolery going on? I don't know. I want to see it.
Yeah, and we've been talking about cheaters week in and week out. I wonder, it's been a big problem in trials. It's just sad to see it possibly being moved over to this smaller, less important, less more casual play stuff. You got
again. I blame it on coronavirus. There's too many people aren't working right now. There's too many people at home, and they're bored as shit, and they're just trying to bust the system. They're hunkered. What are they? They're hunkered. They're hunkered down. What is it, Lauren?
Hunker downers.
Yeah, the hunker downers.
But all right, let's keep it rolling. Next topic, we've got. Let me see. We've got the Grandmasters, baby. The bread and butter. It feels like a minute ago though. Now, we did it. Almost Tuesday. A week ago. feels like forever ago, but it was Insight Terminus this week, the first Grandmaster Nightfall. Super dope. Yeah, Dutch, go ahead. Let them know what you thought about it. Week one, better than you expected, huh?
I thought it was exactly what I expected. I don't want to say it was better than expected or worse than expected. It was what was expected. We had a lot of fun doing it. Shout out to Nintendo Warrior who did it with us. We completed it.
Gang.
Claimed world's first on Xbox. We had fun. It was definitely challenging. We definitely ran into some few problems, especially in that, was it the third room? With all those unstoppables and barriers, and it got a little hectic in there.
Yep.
But I liked how they put a timer on it. They put a 45-minute timer on it, so if you don't complete it in 45 minutes, it kicks you back out to orbit, so you can't just sit there.
No, so it actually doesn't do that. I figured that out. They
What happened to Glad's team?
So at 45 minutes, you lose all your revives. It does not kick you to orbit. So you just can't revive anymore once you've hit the 45-minute mark.
Oh, that's sick.
That guy, Eco something. What's his name? The big solo guy that does it all. Kind of like a Glad, but he's a little smaller. Someone in chat probably knows. He's ridiculous, though. Just does all kinds of, like, solo raids, solo, you know what I mean? Just anything difficult and ridiculous solo. And he did the first world first Grandmaster Nightfall solo, and it took him like 55 minutes, and I was like, that's weird. Like, I thought it kicked you to orbit. But he had like 18 revives left, because you obviously have to do it flawless. You can't die, because it's just you. You'll get kicked to orbit. So He got to 45, and he just lost all 17 revives, and it goes to 0. So, yeah, you don't get kicked. Just so anyone knows, don't be like, oh, I have, we're never going to beat the boss in the next 30 seconds. Let's just leave. Like, don't do that. You just can't die. So definitely more challenging, but yeah, no, it's great.
I really liked it. I think it's great for the game. It's important that the PvE has a high-end activity. PvP has trials, so it's great for PvE players that they have this. It's great for streamers and players doing solo stuff, speed runs, etc. We used our builds that we built out for this that you guys can watch in our YouTube videos, and that really worked. But a lot of people were also using Ariana's Vow, which I thought we tried that in one of our runs, and I don't know, it didn't really work too well for us, but we also hadn't been practicing with that build for weeks on end. So
we tried it for 2 runs, and I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't taking the barriers out any better than my sidearm was. So I don't know, it just kind of, and then the trade-off is you have no damage. Really, like unless you're powerful, but besides that, once you're out of powerful ammo, you have no damage really compared to an Izanagi honed edge shot, no burst damage. So I didn't feel like the trade-off for the Ariana's Vow versus just a sidearm for the barrier was worth it, because we were nuking the champions. Like, we were definitely still killing champions before they had a chance to get barriers off, especially with wells and tethers and different strategies like that, or sometimes if you let the divinity burn a little bit longer before you take your shots, you could time it, but just a lot of times we were, burying them. And
also we were using empowering rifts rather than healing rifts, and that really helped out a lot. You get the empowerment before you shoot your Izanagis.
Don't dip out on 2. It's because we had 2 warlocks. I wouldn't recommend that if you only got 1, but And
let's see what the chat says.
It's been super good. I'm a big fan of it. I'm excited for this week as well. I think they hit the nail on the head. It was exactly what I wanted, and I'm pumped. I'm pumped for it.
Kendo said I was just happy for the Decon clutch at the end.
Yeah, for those of you guys who didn't know, go watch the run. Xbox World's first, and it came down.
Glad clutched his run too for his team. So I mean, I'm not comparing you to Glad, but
what'd you say?
I said Glad clutched it for his team. I'm not comparing you to Glad,
but the clutch team.
It was very Glad-esque, if you will.
And let's just say that Glad clutched for his team after I clutched for my team. So, he's following the notes. He's following the footsteps. But no, it came down to the wire. We went in the last room with 14 revives. Shit got hectic. We left with 1. And we ended up with 0. We ended up with 1 revive, me alive only. And when I revived Dutch, like Nintendo couldn't even get revived to fucking claim his rewards. He had to go to the postmaster. So it came down to the wire. Go watch it. Very electric ending. So that's on our channel as well if you guys want to check it out after this. But
with audio,
guys, let's keep it rolling. Dutch, go ahead. We got 10 viewers in the audience. Say what's up, guys, if you guys
Everyone
out
say
there.
what's up.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in.
We're talking about trials again this week, as we do every week. Will the new fixes bring players back? Bungie, and this week at Bungie, listed a whole bunch of new fixes for the game, or for trials for the game mode. The one I'm the biggest fan of, which is actually live right now, is the tie system. When you go into a tie, like if it's a tiebreaker, if you both kill each other.
The Lord.
Yeah, that's a huge one.
I was so
it used
mad,
to just
dude.
We don't know how they figured out who got the point or what, but now it ends in a tie and you start over. So I'm
Which is
pretty
how it
pumped
should
on
be.
that.
That's it. Draw. Like, that's how it should be. That's how it should have been from the get-go. I don't know what idiot at Bungie was like, yeah, this is great. Let's just give it to a random person. People are going to love it. Let it ride. Like, they should be fired. Literally fired. I don't know who that is. Who on this earth, I could literally get a new light blueberry, put them in there, and the first time that happens to them, they're going to be like, what the fuck was that? What was that? What? I don't even know how to play this game. I don't understand the rounds, but I know that we killed them too, so why do they get a point? That whack as hell. The worst thing I've ever seen in the world.
So that is fixed, which is huge. They're also putting in a token payout milestone system. I think it's going to start next season where you get payouts for 3, 5, and 7.
Yep.
They're going to do a weekly participation bounty for people who aren't, I don't want to say good enough, but who can't get to 3 or 5 wins.
So aren't good enough.
That will award
The Rook Dogs.
gear or guns. They're giving out masterwork and infusion materials at 3, 5, and 7, and they're talking about bringing adept weapons back in a future season with customizable mod slots. So I think those changes are great.
I'm pumped on it.
Yeah,
Hitting the
so that'd be
nail on
huge.
the head again. 2 categories in a row.
So do you think that'll bring people back? I mean, do those changes bring people back into trials? And does that eliminate people from farming the first 4 games for tokens if there's bigger payouts at 3, 5, and 7?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say no because I love the changes. I think it's a great step. I love trials already as it is. I don't think it's going to bring players back because of what I think drives players away is getting stomped, and none of those changes are going to change that. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. People who think that all the good players are just farming tokens in the first 3 or 4 games and then resetting, and that's why you can't get past 3 or 4, you're
They're not
wrong.
there.
You're wrong, okay?
Wrong.
There's just a lot of good kids playing trials, and that's the facts of it. And
Let me tell you.
and it's discouraging when you're not good, and I get it, and I get that but this is not going to fix that. The good
I'll tell you where the good kids
are
play.
already playing in the game 8s and the game 7s, okay? We see them day in and day out, and I wish they would play in the first 3 or 4 games nonstop, and then I could just clear my way through 5 through 7 and just go flawless nonstop, but that's not how it works. All right.
The good kids are getting games after 7. They're getting their 10 wins after 7. We know that because that was the kids we were playing last
those
night.
games, and it's hard out here. Okay, I can win games 1 through 4 in my sleep. When I get to game 7, it's like, murder me now. Okay, I gotta pull out some magic.
We've got 4 out of 10.
LeBron James shit. I gotta hit the switch, nail on the head. All right.
We've got 4 out of 10 on our game 7s. Or games after 7. We won 4 last night with Nintendo on his card when we weren't even on a game 7 card, and we won 4. And then it was just we were playing some good kids, but then after those games, we're playing good kids. That's where they live. We're talking hundreds of flawless runs. Okay, like we stat check people. We're talking 50s, 60s, 70s, 100s. We beat a kid last night who had 120 flawless clears in a game after 7. So. I mean,
120, Lauren, you hear that? When you hear me up yelling and getting them the wagon, that's why. I got to give them all of the wagon. 120 flawless runs. That's more
where they
than
live.
this entire, everyone in the chat and us combined. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
So,
more than double.
Real quick, do we like the fixes? Do we like the new fixes?
I love the fixes. I think it's all in a great direction. The added materials has been an issue we talked about. It's only the Ascendant Shard really right now. So big incentive.
Is it gonna bring players back?
I think it will help revive it a little more. I don't think that it's gonna help the bad players come back because they're still gonna get beat. And if you don't want to put the time in to get better and you just want to go flawless when you're not good enough to deserve it, then that's not what trials is for. Trials is for getting back. It took you what? You didn't get it till your 3rd or 4th week? Thad didn't get it till his 5th week? You didn't fucking quit?
I got it week 2. I got it week 2.
Okay,
Come
week
on,
2.
don't misquote
okay,
me.
Week 2,
Anomaly.
My bad. Sorry. But what? Thad didn't get his till 5 weeks in. Nintendo just got his literally this week. Shout out my boy. Congratulations. But they're not
Phantoms,
fucking quitters.
We're talking about trials. Let's talk about
Trials isn't
Phantoms.
for quitters. If you want to quit, uninstall the game. Don't come to the message. How about you quit complaining? How about you start there? All right? Quit complaining and go put the work in. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, and like Nintendo said, the weekly bounty is there for the casual players to get them some loot.
Yep.
So that will bring some casuals back into it just to complete the bounty. It's a participation bounty because we live in 2020 and everyone needs to have their participation trophy. But yeah, that's what that's there for. So
yeah,
overall, I like the change. Big fan.
All right, next topic. Bungie, talking about them listening, all right, because a lot of these changes, it's kind of funny, but a lot of these changes that they're implementing is all stuff that we've talked about week in and week out on the show, and I feel like we talk about it on Tuesday,
ironic, and then they bring it up on Thursday. We talk about it on Monday, and then they bring it up on Thursday.
The producers at Bungie, when they're writing the TWAB, they just watch the show and take notes, and that's it. They just release an outline of our show. We
are the voice of the people.
So, no, I mean...
Are they listening?
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about them listening. There was a big thing about how they're now sending surveys out to players of why they stopped playing Destiny, why they quit. Love that. I mean, that's good for... any business does that. You know what I mean? It's just, why, surveys. Why are you doing this? If they don't know why people are quitting, then they shouldn't try and make up and pretend that they know that, that's not... They're not going to find solutions that way. So number one is addressing the issue head on, accepting that there's an issue and figuring out what that issue is. And then that's how you can start making steps to how to solve it. So that's step number one. I think that's self-explanatory and I love it. They're giving feedback. I love the fact that they gave us all of this trials info about what they're working on, because we said that last week on the show. Why aren't they just telling us something? Why do we just sit here and complain and the whole community's giving them feedback, yet we don't hear anything until the actual new season drops where they give us the patch notes or something. Why can't they tell us what they're working on for the next season? Tell us they hear us, and then blah, blah, blah. We were talking about the video from the guy cheating in Guardian games yesterday, how Chevy posted please ban this kid, and had his name written across the whole thing the entire time. I would love for them to just comment and say #banned. You want to win the community over? Just write #banned. That's the only comment on that video.
Let us know.
It's getting liked everywhere. You just got so much positive feedback from the community. You know what I mean? Just I think talking back, not only just listening, but responding and letting us know that you're hearing us and what your what your thoughts are on it, what you're working on, is great progress. So we don't feel like we're just sitting here and not getting any fucking love back,
Yeah, and they also said that they're going to do this week at Bungie, they're going to do a new weekly post about upcoming changes, and they're going to do one every week for the rest of the season. So I think it's great that they're being transparent. They are showing that they're listening. They're showing initiative. They've got good intentions for the game. And they're letting us know. They're finally giving us some feedback, which is kind of what we want. I mean, it's like when your girl's mad at you and she ain't saying nothing. You're like, babe, what's wrong? And she's like, everything's fine. And you're like, all right, well, I know nothing's fine. Yeah, I can tell by your tone.
I can tell, dog.
Yeah, that's what they're stopped being our girlfriend, and now they're being our homie. They're giving us daps. They're giving us a pat on the back. Knuckles, explode. You're on the tent, baby.
I love it.
I feel offended.
Lauren's offended. What? The truth hurts sometimes, all right? And Bungie's giving them the truth now. Kendo said they've been listening for the last 7 years. I don't disagree. I think Bungie, out of a lot of games, does it the best working with their community. Could they do it better? Yeah, do it. I think of Epic Games in Fortnite and how reactive they are and how quickly they react to issues in their sandboxes and in their game. And, they got weekly changes. Every week they got patch notes. So, just a faster response to the stuff kind of like they're doing now, and letting us know they're listening. The more they can do that, I think the better. I think there's always room for improvement when talking about a big community and the game developers and that kind of divide. especially in, as we are in 2020 and games have you can download patch updates in a second. There's online stores, you're putting out all kinds of content. Like, the desire for instant gratification is so much more now, and it's only going to get worse, that people aren't going to wait weeks on weeks for changes to a game. Those changes need to be reactive, and I know it's not easy, but that's the era we're living in, and some games are doing it, like, games like Fortnite and other things like that. So that's my honest opinion on it.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't even remember what I was going to say, honestly.
Honestly, the biggest issue that they have right now is I don't think that they have the capacity and manpower. I mean, yeah, I get it. And I know a lot of people are talking about the IP, the new IP Matter. People are saying they're working on a skeleton team because of the fall expansion. It's going to be a huge expansion. That's a lot of the leaks right now. And I get it, but if you don't have the manpower to do it, then you can't supply the product that people want. You know what I mean? And they're gonna go elsewhere to find it because it exists.
I want to remind everybody too that this happens every single spring.
It does.
It happens every single year, ever since Destiny 1. You remember the April update, the original April update. There was nothing going on, and then they did the April update, and that changed the game for Destiny 1. And then they released a huge expansion. It happens every year. It happens every spring. It happened with the first Osiris DLC, and then they kind of redeemed themselves with the Rasputin DLC, and then they dropped Forsaken. So
it's every year. But at the same time, when are they going to learn? When are they going to learn that people are unhappy this time of year every fucking year? Maybe we should put something out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or something like Thad just said. We waited over a year for a one-eyed mask nerf. Exactly. Why couldn't they nerf one-eyed mask on an off week? You can't change a stat item, and if you can't, we need to figure that out because other games are doing it. So there is a way to do it. You know what I mean? That's my thought. But yeah, hell yeah. So dope. Next topic, final topic. Dutch, let them know.
Our final topic of the day is the Lie. We know that is the quest name now for the Fellwinter's Lie quest.
Confirmed.
Is bringing back old Destiny 1 guns a good move for Destiny 2?
I like it, but I also I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent on it. I like guns, but I also feel like they're just kind of recycling the same ideas. I'm always a fan of seeing something new. You know what I mean? Nothing's really going to spark my interest too much unless they bring back a huge gun like a Galahorn, an Icebreaker, or something like that. But if they just bring back another mediocre exotic, odds are it's going to be mediocre again. So, I'm on it. They brought back the Fourth Horseman. Have you ever heard about that gun since those 2 weeks that it got dropped? Since? No.
I never even equipped it once.
Have you ever seen anyone equipped it since those last 2 weeks? No. So, I don't hate it. I'm excited to see what they do with the storyline. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I'm always pumped on a new exotic quest, but does the exotic bring excitement to me?
Well, so this is a legendary gun. We did speak about it a couple weeks ago. It does have, we know what it's going to roll with now. So we know that it's going to have shot package as its intrinsic perk, and it's going to have slide shot and opening shot. It will be an energy weapon. Everyone will be able to get it. We know that there's 13 quest steps to get this gun. One of them is a community event step where we have to do, I think it's 3 million public events on EDZ, 3 million on the moon, and 3 million on IO as a community. That will unlock the first step, and then you can progress through it. We know that it's linked to a bunker on the moon, a hidden bunker with some SIVA in it. So I think that brings a lot of hope. If that's the way we end this season and transition into next season, I'm pretty cool with that. I would like to see this gun. Sorry, all you guys that have been farming Mindbenders for the God roll the past year. This gun's going to blow that out of the water. I hope they really nail this gun. I hope it's as overpowered as it used to be. I want to see something break the game. I know a lot of people hate on breaking the game, but I like it. I like when the game's broken. I like to see shit like that. I like when One-Eyed Mask is broken for a year. Sorry, I love it. I love when
I don't know hand if you do, because I recall you hating on it on the going flawless for weeks on weeks.
What?
One-Eyed Mask.
I used it. Come on now.
I guess, but
I like the broken shit. I like Hard Light. I like playing against it. I like Soros right now. I liked Crimson last season. I like the broken shit. I liked the Revelry event. this time last year when everyone was in comp using endless skip grenades and endless invisibles. Like, I like the shit like that. I know a lot of people hate on it, but it makes the game fun for like a short period of time. So I hope they bring this back. Shot package was removed from D1 because it was extremely overpowered, but I don't know. I like that shit, and I want to see it.
I think it'll work. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and I think it'll work when they fix the power creep issue, how they're going to be cycling out weapons, and I like it in that regard. Like, I like it where if it'll be gone for a while, like after a short while, you know what I mean? Like, if it's here for a month or 2 or 3 months and then gets kind of cycled out, cool. But do I want to see it like just own the meta for a year? Hell no. You know what I mean? Like, no. You're out of your fucking mind. Like, what? What is wrong with you?
Let's see what we got in here. Kendo says, anybody know if it's been confirmed whether it's a kinetic or energy? I don't know if that's been confirmed. I'm just assuming that it's an energy because it was in D1. Thad, I know I should stop it, but I'm just telling the truth, baby.
Wagon.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm about it. I'm about that life. Bring them back. Bring back the old guns. Let me see them all. Let me get my 1,000-yard stare or whatever that shit was called. Let me get all that back.
Dude, no.
Let me get my home jury. Like, come on.
Good. Let me get that new gang. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, bring me
Except
some
for
new
an
stuff.
Icebreaker. Like, that's the only gun I want back is Icebreaker. That's
Gallahorn, Icebreaker, Patience and Time. I don't know. I'm cool with it.
Nah, I'm good. Keep it out. Or maybe, what was that pulse rifle that was sick in D1?
The Pilgrim?
Dude, let's just get a
Hopscotch
pulse
Pilgrim?
rifle buff. That's it. That's all I need. I want a pulse rifle meta, baby. Give him the wagon. But anyway, keep it going, guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Let's see. Let's get right into it. We got the Postmaster. Did we get any questions in the Discord today? I didn't even check.
I don't think we got any Postmasters. If you guys have any
questions
for us,
let us know.
Doesn't have to be Destiny related. Could be whatever you want.
Yep, literally anything. Let us know.
Nintendo posted in there. He said personally he wants to know how bad they are doing financially. So we should be worried about our game. Was New Light a good financial move? I think New Light was a great financial move. I think that personally because I have a lot of friends who downloaded New Light and didn't buy the DLCs. That then later played through the New Light, content, and then like my buddy Rob, for instance, he was like, "Bro, like, how do I do pinnacles? I want to get some pinnacles." And I was like, "Well, you have to buy Shadowkeep, and you should buy the new season." Like, next thing you know, he's buying Shadowkeep, he's playing the new season, he's grinding it out. He's getting pinnacles. I think financially it was a good move. I mean, you still have to buy Shadowkeep. So if you want like the end game shit, I think New Light is just to get you hooked. It's to get that hook in your lip. And you're squirming, and the next thing you know, they're reeling you in, and you're just
fishing out the rats and the pipes, baby. But
so
no, I agree with that.
I think financially they're doing fine. I think a lot of people too remember that they're working from home right now too. So
the quarantine.
I don't know if your production is limited with working at home. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So I don't want to, make up lies, but. I think there's a lot of factors that are going into this season, and I think if the rumors are true, they're working on a Forsaken-sized expansion for the fall, and it really does seem like it's headed that direction. I know we talked about it last week, so I don't want to go too crazy into it, but I think that this is just a little drought. This is the ramifications of the Activision split. And I think they're working hard on their version of the game, not the Activision version. And I think we're going to see that in the fall.
I hope so.
All right, let's see. We got some questions in here. If you get a penny for your thoughts, why do you always have to out your own 2 cents in? To put your own 2 cents in?
Put your own 2 cents
I don't know.
in?
I don't know what you just said.
I don't know what that means. Lauren, do you know what that means?
No, I just thought it was funny.
Lauren finds it comical.
If you had to name your social life after a Destiny gun, what would you call it? Mine would be the truth, baby, because I am always telling it.
The truth of the social life, like, mine would be, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the best guns.
Nintendo said alone is a god.
Alone is a god. Is that a gun? What gun is that?
My social life. I mean, I don't have many friends, so
The hard life. Hard light. I don't know. The hard life. That's a good question. I'm trying now. I can't think of any fucking gun names off the top of my
Kendo
head.
says anarchy.
That's a good one.
Zach says recluse.
Divinity.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I'm gonna stick with the truth.
Is it true or fake that Devin has a fake front tooth? Oh, completely true. It's fake as hell.
You want to tell the story?
Please do.
So my lovely producer here, Lauren, love her, and we were off on our first spring downtown. Not our first one, but one of the first springs. All right, we're still hitting it off, as the young folks say, and we were walking from bar to bar downtown late at night after a couple cocktails. Okay, not feeling the stablest. All right, and we're walking, and they have these chain links where like the road is to like keep you on the sidewalk. It's like a big like downtown area, so there's like lots of like walk paths and stuff. And they have these chain links to keep you out of the road, and you're supposed to go like just on the crosswalks where the chain links stop. Well, people always cut the roads and stuff, and they're not that high. They're like maybe like 1.5 or 2 feet off the ground. So I'm chasing Lauren to the next bar.
We ran because I was cold.
And we're running because Lauren's cold. It's cold out, I guess. And Lauren jumps the thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got it. And I jump over. First foot makes it, back foot doesn't. Straight to the concrete, tooth to the fucking ground, splatters all over the place. Everyone's laughing at me. So I get up like really fast, and I'm embarrassed in front of Lauren. So I get up and I run away, and I left my tooth there. It was shattered. And then I'm like talking to the bouncer. I'm like, does it look bad? And he's like, oh God. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm hammered. I don't know what to do. So we get an Uber home, and the next day, it was Saturday, so my doctor my dentist is the man. My whole family's been going in for forever. I have funny videos that I'm not gonna play here. So call my dentist. I'm like, you gotta do something. Like it's shattered. Like the other one was like shattered too. Like they were all fucked up. And so my dentist, I call him. I'm like, dude, you gotta come in. It's Sunday, blah, blah. He goes, all right, I'm at my daughter's 4-year-old birthday party, but I'll be there in 30. So it's his fucking daughter's 4-year-old birthday party, and he dips out to come fix the tooth, the real OG, and it took over a year to fucking get it right, because it ain't easy looking this good, baby, okay? And that's the story. So, yes, the front tooth is fake, all right? Jesus.
Malone says, how do I feel about the Cowboys draft by the Cowboys? Dude, honestly, I didn't watch any of the draft. I don't really give a shit about football.
I don't think we're going to have football next season.
I'm pissed that basketball isn't happening, and I honestly don't give a fuck about football. So you want my honest opinion? I couldn't care less about football. I'm more upset about basketball.
Okay.
And Nintendo says, when's our first merch drop? We're working on wagon shirts.
We are working on some wagon shirts. We're working on some gear. I think we're going to try and coordinate something to drop along with a subscriber count milestone. So maybe 500. With like 500, I think is what we were talking about. So we'll have some stuff ready. Tell your friends to subscribe, and the faster we get there, the faster we drop some Dr. Pepper wagon status 410 gang swag, okay? Yeah, so that's coming soon. Subscribe for more. Drop a like on the channel if you want to see, or drop a like on this video if you want to see some swag merch. And we're also going to be doing giveaways. Once we do get the swag, and we'll be doing giveaways and stuff. And we're also thinking about making some top play shirts as well, where kind of like Bungie does, where like you can like you have to unlock something to purchase the shirt. You know what I mean? Like you get the jacket if you do the raid the first week or whatever. We're thinking about doing that with top plays. Once you've been a top play, we'll make some showstopper shirts, and this will be for purchase as well, just like at cost or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, new merch is definitely on the way, guys. We're working on it.
All right, so before we wrap it up, guys, we'll do shared wisdom real quick.
Yep, you got it. Lock it in.
Yep. So Bungie is working on hard cheat protection right now. They know that there's wall hacks, aimbots, lag switching, and DDoS on console. I don't know if Phantoms got DDoS last night. It sure seemed like it. Ruined our confidence card. Hopefully they're working on that. They're still investigating error codes, Beaver, Weasel, whatever, Tapier. I don't even know.
B's been a big one. BE.
And
Bee?
What'd you say?
Like a bee sting.
Bees. and Guardian Game Quest issues. You fucked me up there. Not completing correctly. Daily Seraph weapons can't be picked up.
Why not?
And then also.
All right, guys. So for those of you guys, that have stuck around, here's a picture of me the morning after. By the way, I'm still hammered. This is the Sunday morning when my dentist came in. This is what he saw. Me hammered. Here you go. You're welcome. Give it to me.
No, wrong camera.
No, I'm not, dude. You're not on the right camera. I'm fucking dead. So that's what you get, guys. All right, make it a meme. Go ahead. Throw it up on the channel, dude. I'm done. All right, go ahead. Someone make it an emoji. Drop it in the Discord. We're riding, okay? I do it for y'all. This is content, okay?
Can you put that back up again?
Yeah, it's up. It's live.
Oh
So I hope you guys enjoy, okay? Anyway, continue with the rundown. I need a Dr. Pepper.
Quick shout out to our clan mates at Iron Supremacy Clan and our new partnership with Tower Gaming Community. That's the Saint 14 clan. They're a bunch of beasts, UK based. So if you guys are looking for some great clans to join, we got Iron Supremacy Clan in the US and the Tower Gaming Community and Saint 14 clan in the UK. So I just wanted to give a shout out to our clan and theirs. And hopefully we'll be working with them on some cool shit too.
And our amazing Discord community. You guys are the shit. Thanks everyone who's in there. I know most of you guys are. Still trying to grow. We've been getting a lot more engagement in there the past couple weeks. People are starting to hit it off a little bit. We're getting some little banter back and forth, which I'm liking. Yeah, so thanks everyone. If you're not in there, be sure to join in and make sure you guys.
And if you guys have any, if you guys are in there and you have any homies, don't be scared to invite them. You know, it's a place for everyone. So
yeah,
hit them up.
So yeah, guys, thanks so much for the support. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let us know what you thought in the Discord discussion channel, the Guardian Report discussion. Let us know what you like. Let us know what we could do better. And yeah, thank you guys, and we'll see you. We'll see you next time.
Peace guys. And now we wait forever for it to close.
And now we just do jet fly-offs.